Thank you all for coming and for joining us today to honor the first responders in our community. I would like to start this afternoon by offering at least a moment of reflection for Officers Anthony Morelli, Eric Juring of the Westerville Police Division, as well as Commander Paul Bauer of the Chicago Police Department, who is also lost this month. Thank you. The events of last week are a sobering reminder of the sacrifices our first responders make every time they put on their uniform. Columbus has had over 1 million calls for service last year. Each call, our Columbus police officers and firefighters rushed into critical situations and were called upon to provide assistance in a time of crisis. Time and time again, they answered the call, and our entire community is grateful for their dedication to service. Today, I'm presenting a resolution 0038X2018 to declare the week of February 24, 2018 to be First Responder Week in the city of Columbus, Ohio. Whereas the dedicated professionals, including emergency dispatchers, law enforcement personnel, firefighters, emergency medical services, and search and rescue teams, and many other heroes in public safety, comprise the core of first responders who protect and aid the public during emergencies and in times of crisis. And whereas Columbus first responders are highly trained professionals equipped with specialized education and skill sets that enable them to effectively address situations of urgency, protect public property, and save lives, and whereas every day our first responders risk their own safety and personal well-being in the performance of their duties, willingly serving and protecting the citizens of Columbus while eliminating potential threats to public safety and welfare. And whereas first responders are vital members of every Columbus neighborhood who selfishly serve on the front lines of our most dangerous situations and circumstances, and whose dedication is essential to maintaining safety and preserving order in times of crisis, now and therefore be it resolved by the Council of the City of Columbus that this council does hereby declare the week of February 24th, 2018 to be First Responders Week, and to express its gratitude to all of the Columbus first responders for their outstanding contributions to the safety and well-being of the citizens of Columbus. Today, we are joined by the Franklin County Sheriff's Department, by the Columbus Division of Police, the Columbus Division of Fire, Ohio State University, as well as medical personnel from the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, and including MedFlight, our dispatchers, Grand Hospital. And I also understand that this week we'll have 2 outstanding events in which our Columbus police officers and firefighters will compete for bragging rights and raise money for a worthy cause. At this time, I'd like to introduce Councilmember Michael Stenziano, President Pro Tem of City Council.
Sir. Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Brown. On behalf of all of Columbus City Council, President Shannon Hardin, my colleagues Elizabeth Brown, Emmanuel Remy, Jiza Page, Priscilla Tyson, myself, and obviously Chairman Brown. Really thank you. This is an important week, also poignant given recent tragedies throughout our region, but we recognize this week pales in comparison to what you do every day. You're wired a little different for that kind of title, first responder. You're going towards that noise, being able to respond to the emergency, and we truly appreciate all you do every day. And so thank you from all of Columbus City Council, and really appreciate the opportunity to be with Chairman Brown to present the resolution, but again, for what you do every day for our neighborhoods and residents throughout the entire city. Thank you.
I'd like to offer the opportunity to Mr. Don Zender, Director of our First Responders Face-Off Foundation, to offer some comments. Don?
Thank you, Councilmember Brown and Stenziano. My name is Don Zender, and I'm the founder of the First Responder Face-Off Foundation. Thank you and the City Council for this proclamation. This is an incredible honor. What started out as just a hockey game 3 years ago has grown into something bigger and more profound than any of us could have imagined. In light of recent tragedies, this event has taken on a tone of its own, one of unity and a pathway toward healing, something of which our community desperately needs at this time. In coordinating this event, I've had the privilege of working with our police officers, firefighters, paramedics, emergency room doctors and nurses, and countless others. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, these are some of the finest men and women I've ever met and worked with. Our community is stronger because of them. Our police department, our fire department, and our emergency rooms are open 24/7. They never close. To everyone who serves this community, thank you for your tireless dedication. This proclamation is for you. Thank you.
At this time, I'm going to, and I'm only doing this because of who's the oldest, and not necessarily in the sense of what they do. So that's you, Mike Woods. Deputy Chief Mike Woods, please. See how kind I am?
Very kind. Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here, and thanks to Councilmember Brown and Councilmember Stenziano for this resolution for recognizing the first responders for the work that they do every week. And it's a tough job, but every week they do it, and they do it well. We're going to have a special event Saturday night. We're going to have a police fire hockey game. And again, this is the third year for this. And Don has done a great job of pulling this event together. Each year it's gotten a little better, a little bigger. And with the week that we had last week, I'm hoping that we have a lot of people come out, support our first responders, for them, let them see the support, and let us have a little day to smile. I know none of these players are probably ever going to make the NHL, but the teams that they're on, they're the superstars of that team, and I'm proud to serve with them on a daily basis. So thank you, and I will give a little shout out. Let's go CPD and bring it home this year.
Don't go, Mike. See, but now the folks who have won this event the past couple of years will have Chief O'Connor speak to the issue of what firefighters bring to the table.
Thank you, Councilman Brown and Stenziano. On behalf of the undefeated firefighters in this challenge, I want to thank you from the recognition. What you're seeing here in this recognition, this proclamation, though, everybody has to understand there's a lot of people standing in this room. You're going to see an event on Saturday that's a team event, and what you're seeing in this room is the team that responds on any given day 24/7. You have everybody from our dispatchers who take that call initially, to the police officers and the firefighters, for other first responders or paramedics who respond when that call comes in. They don't care who you are, what you are, or where you are. We're responding because we want to help, and it's a way to give back to the community. When we find someone that is injured, then we take them to the hospitals, where the hospital emergency rooms and the hospitals here. It's a team approach. Not one of us could operate independently. We all operate together, and that's what this is about. Saturday gives us a chance to have fun. We appreciate the recognition, but the reality is that we're a team, and we are looking for new members. The Columbus Division of Fire and the Columbus Division of Police are both actively recruiting for people in our community to serve our community. So if you see what we do and you appreciate what we do, we want you to be a part of us, and please reach out to both of our organizations. But as this Saturday goes, look at the team that's around when you see them in the crowd, from the beginning of the line to the end of the line. Like I said, from their dispatchers to our responders to our hospitals, every one of us play a role, and neither one of us could do it without the other. So I appreciate the recognition from council on that fact, and we appreciate everything you do for us. Thank you.
You notice the eloquence of the fire chief in response to the police. But that's right, we got the State Highway Patrol here. We have representatives from the Ohio State Law Enforcement Division. And I think the chief did sum it up very, very well. It's no one person who does anything when it comes to emergency care. It is a team approach. And we certainly appreciate the realization of the role that the emergency department plays. But the pre-hospital care component is so very, very vital, from the dispatchers to the police officer, to the firefighter, to the paramedic, to the State Highway Patrol officer who has to go out on calls on his or her own on the highway, waiting and not knowing when they're going to get assistance to come and help them. But they know help is coming, and always help will come. That's what we do in sense of public safety. And for all of you to say, from me personally and from my heart, thank you all very, very much. We truly appreciate it. And I won't pick themes between the police and fire for the game on Saturday, but we certainly want you all to come out and enjoy and have some fun. Yeah, it's been a tough week last week. Let's make it a more fun and pleasant activity for what we're going to do on Saturday. Thank you all for coming, and take care. You got some young people from Ohio State. Tell them to come and throw some ringers in there. Denise is like, yeah, you're right.